But we'll start with the women's draw first. They did have the day off yesterday, so they're coming in hot this morning, ready to compete. Lakey versus Isabella. You know, they both have a lot of similar strengths, so she's looking for a personal best result if she could get past Lakey in this one. Starting things off for us this morning on finals day is Isabella up and out. We do have the Hawaiian Water Patrol on hand for the assist for these athletes if they ask for a ride out back to the drop-off zone by that buoy out there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some big airs today because that wind's a little bit out of the south, and that's really good for airs on the right-handers. So here we go, live action. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Ross. Thanks, Jesse. Pulling in just under the hood for a moment is California Lakey Peterson. There's that wrapping turn that she loves. Snaps off the top. Getting down to the end section, and a nice packaged wave right there with a lot of variety. Finishes with the float and starts getting back to work with Mike Parsons over the years. What'd you see here, Flick?
Yeah, I saw Isabella really making Lakey think about this wave. You know, she pushed her to go it, and Lakey said, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger here. And look, in terms of today's conditions, what I saw this morning, I think there will be better waves out there, but nice to get her feet in the wax, nice to get her head dip there at the beginning. She's finished off the wave, and to me that just shows her intention that, here we go, Bella on a backdoor nugget, pulls in, but just that, you can see the nose of her board.
She stays on the North Shore every year with Kid Peligro, great guy, amazing martial artist, and really good to have a nice sound mind to be with. She feels like home here on the North Shore of Oahu. Just a little out in front of the pit is Lakey Peterson, but she did use priority here. Trying to make it count with at least one move with the snap off the top, so making her chase that section way down the line.
She uses her priority and just a little bit out in front of it here. You can see she was just trying to stall a little bit, but then she knows, she's like, okay, well, I've pulled the trigger. I need to try and maximize on my score right now and make this job a little bit harder for Isabella.
Isabella Nichols, and moving to her third semifinal of her career here at Pipe. 4.5 and a 2 got the job done here on finals day.
Involved. What were you really leaning into to make sure you made it through to the semis?
Yeah, it kind of wasn't quite the heat I anticipated or Bella anticipated. I don't think it's firing out there. And before it started, it seemed like 1,000 waves. I had a little journal and I was taking notes how many good scores there were, and there was so many. So that heat was a bit sleepy, but that's a lot of times at Pipe. I think I've just learned over the years, like a lot of times you can win a heat with a 4 and a 2, you know, so I kind of was, after I got my little 4, I probably could have read that wave a little better. I was like, gosh, just make her need even like a 5. It's so much harder to get out there than a 3.8 or whatever. So I got the tiny little backup. And yeah, it was a shame there wasn't more opportunities. Bella's been surfing really good out here, and she puts a lot of hard work in. And I was definitely nervous coming up against her. But yeah, it feels so good to be into the semis.
We were talking about your stats here at Pipeline, all the time that you've put in. This now matching your best result here. Third time you've been in the semifinals, and we were talking about that before. And you're like, you know, I'm actually kind of sneaky good out here at Pipeline. How do you lean into that knowledge today?
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I've made the semis. This is my third one, so hopefully I can finally crack that final, which would be incredible. But I think it's just about competing at Pipe. I think a lot of people get caught up in just trying to get the wave of their life, which you certainly could, and hopefully that happens. But at the end of the day, like, a heat is a heat out there, and you have to compete. And sometimes that doesn't look the prettiest, but it's also what we're here trying to do. So I think that's sort of my mentality a lot of the time, and it seems to be working, so I'll keep it going.
So far, so good. See you in the next one.
Cool. Shout out to my husband back home. Thanks for packing up all my stuff for Abu Dhabi, babe. I'll see you tomorrow.